Hello, YouTube. So the new episode of Star Wars is Evil, which is also the season finale, actually has a lot going on in it. Some things are good, some things are pretty poor, and some parts are pretty missed opportunities. But to talk about all those, I got to, of course, talk about what goes on in this one. Toffee steals Marco because he wants a bargaining chip with Star. Makes sense. So after Star meets probably the strangest police officer ever. Really, what was with this guy? Please, someone explain to me what was with this police officer. He's just not right. I don't know why, but there's just something not right about him. Um, Maybe just because he brings up pretty much what happened in the end so early. I think that's why they had him there, but it feels very strange. Um, he felt like a very strange character who I would really want to know the story behind. Please, show, bring him back and tell me his whole long story about what he was doing with his life up until this point. At first I thought he was just being sarcastic, but then he started getting emotional about it. I don't know. He deserves to be mentioned. Very strange. So pretty much, then Star says, okay, well, I'm gonna go get Marco back. Only I'm gonna do this for some reason. His mother and father can serve absolutely no point because I don't need them, I guess. But when she gets there, she bumps into Ludo, who I have now finally been able to confirm is a guy. Because that frog man, whose name is said in this episode, so I should really remember it, says that it was his castle. Not her, his. So, Ludo is in fact a guy. Confirmed. Finally. Although, that's really all that we get with Ludo. He doesn't play a big role here, aside from just being a nuisance. Pretty much most of his roles, actually. At first he was funny, but now he's pretty much worn its welcome. But we at least do see more of that frog man, who I think is a pretty okay character. And we see that he gets tadpoles. Okay. From Ludo, who was basically going to say, hey, I gave you this, so that means that we're friends. So as a friend, can you go and take over this castle for me again? I really want it back. So, yeah, he's just being a jerk there. But at least the frogman is now happy. So pretty much the frogman decides, well, since now I'm a father, I want my children to live a pretty good life, maybe in a castle, so I'll help you out with this, I'll help you get into the castle, so then we can take down Toffee, and then my kids can live here, and then you can get your friend back. So they agree. He takes her through the castle, and then Star just rushes in without a plan. Freaking genius, I know. But she rushes in there and just blasts people. Totally genius idea. Yeah, glad we couldn't have actually thought of anything there. Nope, it's just rushing in and blasting Toffee's arm off. Yep, they blast Toffee's arm off. Why? I don't know. They just want to show that his arm can grow back, I guess. Which I guess kind of makes sense. I mean, he is a lizard. Lizards can grow their tails back, but not their arms. So I guess it ties into the fact that he's a lizard creature. I guess, I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe he can just grow his parts back. I don't know. So we find out what he apparently wanted all this time, which is, get ready, biggest thing to find out, he wanted her to destroy her wand. Yep. You thought that he would be raising something like what they seemed to have foreshadowed in his first appearance, but nope. He wanted her to destroy the wand. Maybe that means something, I don't know. And apparently he died with it. Kinda getting dark there with this villain, who I actually think was getting pretty cool. Like in this episode, he's pretty cool in this one, just as how deceptive he's being here. Like he's really sort of tricking her at this point. Like saying, "Oh hey, you thought I was gonna do this? Nope, not even gonna do that at all. I want you to just destroy your wand. Oh yeah, you can kill awful. Oh yeah, you can kill Ludo, just so you know. Yeah, Ludo's Ian. Then comes out through an egg, I don't know. Makes sense to me. Truly, Ludo had enough time to go through the digestive system and also become an egg. In the span of like 2 minutes. Totally makes sense. And so, of course, Star gets Marco out of this weird diamond trap, which apparently is unbreakable. And then they go back inside it because apparently the wand being destroyed sets off an explosion. How on earth does that work? But I guess now he's free. Now Star doesn't have her wand. Her parents don't punish her for this either. But now her wand gets an upgrade, so it actually does look cool. Her wand at least looks a little bit cooler. I still don't really like the pink here with the wand. I think it should have been like a gold or something, but I guess it does fit the Star's bubbly personality. But I don't really see why its coloration has to be so pink, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It looks a little bit cooler, and I do sort of like how it's sort of upgraded to be a little bit more serious, while Star got a little bit more serious here. I do kind of like how it did that. And then, actually pretty funny joke with the unicorn occurs, which causes the wand to be upgraded, seeing as there was a new unicorn that went into it, because I guess unicorns have to give their lives to this wand in order for it to work. Kinda dark there. But I guess if they're willing to do it, then sure, go ahead. And we find out that apparently their parents are completely cool with the situation for some reason, and that not all the parts of the wand were collected. Ooh. Real scared now, huh? Not all the parts of the wand were collected. Quivering with fear. Really, what's that mean? What is that supposed to mean? Is it gonna mean like the wand's going to become a nuclear bomb again, or destroy everything? What? I guess it means something. Or they're just gonna have to go back to the site and collect the pieces? Real difficult task there. So yeah, I don't really know what they're gonna do with that. Maybe it'll be something cool, I don't know. Now, if you've been watching my vlogs about this show for a while, then you guys have probably noticed the one part of this episode that I absolutely love. That's right, the 1 second flashing of the monster arm. It is like just 1 second, but all of a sudden the monster arm just like flashes. Marco just looks down at his arm and then it flashes. Why? I don't know, but it could be foreshadowing that the monster arm could come back soon. I really do hope. I really do want to see what happens with this monster arm. And I actually kind of thought it would that the monster arm would pop up in this episode. You know, aside from that one whole second where Marco was starting to be crushed inside the crystal box, just sort of to rush Star on the deal. I kind of thought that the monster arm was gonna pop out, not wanting to die himself. So it would have like pushed it up a bit or something, but or at least kept it steady for a little bit. But I guess it didn't happen. Kind of a letdown there, but it just didn't happen. I don't know. I was just really expecting it there. Again, Toffee did become a very deceptive villain in this episode. I really do like what they did with him. Seeing as before, I didn't really see that he was that much of a threat. I mean, they built him up as a threat, but I didn't really see what they're building up to match up with his actions. And it was kind of clear what his plan was. It just was smart enough to pull one over on Ludo, and that's not really saying a lot. So it just didn't really feel like he was a big time villain here. That is until we see him here, where he's a great villain. He's very deceptive, and you can tell he's got something in mind. You don't really know what, though. So that's kind of interesting. I hope they do more with that frog guy, because now he's a father, and he seems to be actually a pretty good guy. Like, he's helping Star out, he's doing it all for his children. That doesn't sound like a villain to me. That sounds like a good guy. So, I don't know, maybe he's gonna become a good guy soon. So, maybe he'll be working with Star, that'd be awesome. And I noticed in this one, Star does not have a TV in her room. I don't know why I'm taking note of this, but Star does not have a TV in her room. I just now caught eye of that. And yet she was impressed by Marco's TV in his room. Why doesn't she have one in hers? I don't know. I just caught sight of that. I just don't know why it's not there. I mean, she liked Marco's room, so wouldn't she have liked his TV included in that? I don't know. I sort of thought, since she watches TV at times, that she might have a TV in her room. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. But I guess it's to talk about Star in this episode, where she's actually taken a whole lot more seriously here. I do wish that she was like this more often, because here she's very serious, she's very determined to get Marco back, and she's making drastic decisions, just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get Marco back. No questions asked, I'm gonna get him back. So that's pretty interesting here. I really do hope they do a little bit more with that, because that's pretty interesting as to how their friendship has affected how she would act. And I do hope that she acts more seriously more often, because I kind of liked it. It was more interesting. And also she unlocked this really powerful spell. I had no idea what this spell was, but she needs to use it more often, because this thing cracks through diamonds. Diamonds! That's amazing! How would that work? But it got him out for a few seconds. So, I'm kind of curious as to where the show's gonna be going after this. This is the season finale, so we're gonna have to wait for a while. And now I'm going to need something to vlog about. Now, I'm not gonna vlog about Steven Universe, because there is one reason. I want to vlog about the good Steven Bond, which is episodes of Steven Universe playing out throughout the week. Now, when I come across those, then I'll vlog about it, then I'll talk about it. But that makes it a little bit more special to talk about to me. But there is one thing I have seen late nights on Disney XD that I haven't kind of wanted to talk about, Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to talk about this. Like, if you don't, then I'll completely understand. I'll just do something else. The show is Tron Uprising. Now, I guiltily have been watching this late at night, and I think I can talk about it. I think that there is a lot to talk about on it. So, if you guys want me to talk about it, I'll talk about, like, an episode a week, and then maybe until something new comes up, but Gravity Falls will interrupt it. Like, if there's a new episode of Gravity Falls, then that will get in the way of Tron Uprising. So I might vlog about that. Also, if you guys are wondering why I didn't post my reaction video to the new Gravity Falls, that's because Disney took it down. Because apparently they care. How about someone with 12 whole subscribers? Yay! I don't know how I feel about that. Disney knows my channel. That's cool. But they also took down the video, so I don't know how I feel about that. So yeah, pretty good episode. So I might have some new vlogging material. So again, let me know if you want me to do Tron in the comments. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.